Summary of Nuff Said written by Tyrus. Introduction. In April of last year, the author released their first book, Just Tyrus, with a mix of pride and uncertainty. The hope was for friends and family to read it, but beyond that, expectations were unknown. To their astonishment, the book skyrocketed to number 1 on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Kindle, staying there for an entire week. It was out of stock everywhere, with a staggering 40,000 copies sold within days. This unprecedented success left the author, associated with Fox News, grappling with the magnitude of the achievement, especially given their competitive nature. Navigating the unfamiliar terrain of the publishing industry, the author found themselves perched atop a metaphorical bucking bronco. The supportive reception from associates at Fox News provided a reassuring tether to their usual domain. However, what truly astounded the author was the outpouring of reader reviews on Amazon. The reviews revealed that Just Tyrus wasn't just a book people bought. It was a narrative that resonated deeply. Readers weren't merely digesting the content, they were voraciously consuming it, finding solace and connection in the author's story as it helped them navigate their own challenges. This unexpected impact became evident during interviews to promote the book. Each interviewer had not only read the book but had internalized its contents. Unlike typical television appearances, where hosts may rely on notes from assistants, everyone engaging with the author had genuinely delved into Just Tyrus. This realization had a profound effect on the author, who had initially grappled with the vulnerability of oversharing. Stripping down to an honest portrayal of their life turned out to be the very element that resonated most with the audience. A poignant moment solidified the reality of this newfound connection. When the author's son sent a video of himself picking up Just Tyrus at a local Barnes & Noble, the emotional impact hit home, bringing the author to tears. It was a tangible representation of the book's reach and influence, transforming the author's journey from a personal endeavor to a shared experience. Motivated by the profound impact of their debut, the author recognized the responsibility to continue sharing stories. With humility and newfound purpose, the author acknowledges more tales about the arc of their life and insights into contemporary issues are waiting to be penned. Despite the uncertainty of what lies ahead, the author commits to the journey of Nuff Said, a new book that promises a simple yet effective formula, addressing current societal issues in each chapter and weaving them into personal narratives. The author aims to prompt readers to reflect on their own lives in the context of broader societal challenges. Nuff Said is positioned not just as a collection of opinions and stories but as a catalyst for readers to consider their own experiences in the midst of a complex and tumultuous world. The author expresses gratitude to those who have embraced their work, concluding with anticipation for the unknown future of Nuff Said. Chapter 1. The journey from the wrestling ring to the stand-up comedy stage is a remarkable tale of self-discovery, transformation, and the enduring impact of mentors. The author's narrative unfolds with a blend of humor, vulnerability, and reflection, offering readers a glimpse into the intricacies of a career transition that goes beyond the spotlight. The story begins with the author's initial reluctance to venture into stand-up comedy. Wrestling and television had been significant facets of their career, and the prospect of translating that presence into a live comedy setting was daunting. Insecurities about physical appearance and the fear of potential failure were palpable, making the decision to step onto the stage a challenging one. However, a turning point occurs during a book signing event with Greg, where the author discovers their knack for impromptu comedy. Greg's encouragement becomes a catalyst, sparking the realization that there might be untapped potential beyond the familiar realms of wrestling and television. The author begins to contemplate the idea of stand-up comedy as a new avenue for creative expression. The narrative explores the author's early experiences on Gutfeld, where they engage in improv on current affairs. Greg's remark about potentially losing the author to stand-up becomes a pivotal moment, planting the seed for a new direction in their career. The more the author contributes to the show, the more they notice the laughter and positive audience reactions, prompting them to consider the possibilities of a stand-up career. The decision to delve into stand-up comes with a set of anxieties and uncertainties. The author grapples with questions about their physicality, wondering if their imposing stature might hinder their success on stage. These self-doubts reflect a universal struggle with insecurities and the fear of being judged, compounded by the unique challenges of transitioning from wrestling to stand-up comedy. A crucial turning point occurs when the author is invited to appear with Greg at one of his book signing shows. Given the freedom to engage the audience, the author seizes the opportunity to showcase their comedic prowess. The positive response from the audience, coupled with their wife Ingrid's encouragement, becomes a catalyst for the author's decision to explore stand-up further. To initially test the waters, the author adopts a discreet approach, performing at various venues around the country using a fake name. This undercover exploration allows them to experiment with material, fine-tune their act, and gauge audience reactions. The author reflects on the audacity of this move, recognizing the risks involved in pursuing a new form of entertainment and the potential for public scrutiny. As the author's stand-up career gains momentum, the narrative delves into the internal struggles of balancing the pressure of sold-out shows with the need to polish their act. A pivotal moment occurs in St. Louis, where, sitting backstage, the author realizes they haven't written a single joke for the show. The pressure mounts, leading them to scribble down individual words as a last-minute outline. This improvised approach becomes a defining feature of their style, relying on trigger words to guide them through performances. The narrative navigates the author's evolving confidence and the growing success of their shows. The anxiety about ticket sales transforms into the pressure of consistently delivering a great show to an audience that has invested time and money. The author reflects on the delicate balance between excitement and pressure, acknowledging that the overwhelming success of sold-out shows brings its own set of challenges. Despite the initial fears, the author's performances start to resonate with audiences, leading to sold-out shows and positive reviews. The connection with the audience becomes a driving force, and the author experiences a shift from merely entertaining to creating a deeper sense of connection and relatability. The emergence of Just Tyrus as a comedic persona marks a significant milestone in the author's journey, representing a fusion of their wrestling background and newfound stand-up success. Throughout the narrative, the author pays homage to their childhood idol, Richard Pryor. Listening to Pryor's routines becomes a ritual, providing a source of inspiration, energy, and a pep talk before every performance. The influence of Pryor's timing, social relevance, and unique energy is evident in the author's comedic style, serving as a guiding force in their journey. The narrative also explores the author's internal dialogue about the value of their stand-up shows. The initial hesitation about selling tickets when viewers can watch them on television for free gives way to an acknowledgement of the unique experience and connection that live performances offer. The author grapples with the vulnerability of putting oneself out there, recognizing the potential for failure but also understanding the importance of taking risks. Encounters with hecklers become part of the author's stand-up experience, drawing on their wrestling skills for quick comebacks. The meet and greets after shows provide valuable feedback, with fans expressing not only laughter but also a profound connection to the touching and relatable aspects of the author's stories. The narrative portrays stand-up as a form of authentic self-expression, where vulnerability becomes a strength and relatability creates a genuine bond with the audience. A recurring theme is the author's reflection on their physicality and size in the context of stand-up comedy. Initially, the fear of being perceived as too physically imposing gives way to the realization that their size becomes an asset, making them a unique presence in the comedy scene. The narrative highlights how the author's physicality, initially a source of insecurity, becomes an integral part of their comedic identity. The author's journey extends beyond the stage to moments of introspection about personal growth and life lessons. They acknowledge past tendencies to blame external factors for failures and emphasize the solitary nature of stand-up comedy, where success or failure rests solely on the performer. The author confronts the uncertainties of taking risks and the potential consequences but embraces the idea of learning from failures as an essential aspect of growth. The narrative recounts a significant performance in St. Louis, where the author, despite the lack of a written script, relies on a list of trigger words to guide them through the show. This improvised approach becomes a defining feature of their comedic style, showcasing the author's ability to connect with the audience in the moment. The experience becomes a turning point, instilling faith and hope in their ability to succeed in front of live audiences. As the author's stand-up shows gain momentum, positive reviews pour in, and famous personalities acknowledge the quality of their performances. The author expresses humility and gratitude, emphasizing that they do not take the accolades for granted. The narrative reveals a sense of pride in the author's accomplishments, coupled with a consistent acknowledgement of the role of mentors and supporters in their journey. The narrative takes an introspective turn as the author reflects on the impact of positive reviews and the validation from famous individuals. The sense of humility is evident as the author navigates the dichotomy of nervousness and excitement before each performance. The live stage becomes a sanctuary, an escape from life's hassles, and a place where the author finds ultimate safety and fulfillment. The narrative transitions to the author's engagement with occasional hecklers, drawing parallels with their wrestling one-liner talents. The meet and greets after shows become a platform for fans to express the multifaceted impact of the author's comedy, laughter, relatability, and a sense of connection. The emergence of Just Tyrus as a comedic persona signals a deeper connection with the audience, transcending the boundaries of television. The narrative subtly touches on the author's approach to political commentary in their act, emphasizing a passing comment here and there rather than delving into overtly political themes. The focus is on navigating the complexities of everyday life and finding humor in relatable situations, allowing the audience to escape from the divisive nature of politics. A poignant shift occurs as the narrative delves into the author's formative years and the transformative role of a high school drama teacher, Mr. Rivera. During a tumultuous period in their life, drama class becomes a sanctuary, providing a sense of purpose and an outlet for self-expression. The introduction to improvisational games like Freeze sparks the author's initial resistance, gradually replaced by a growing confidence in their comedic abilities. The author's journey in drama class becomes a pivotal chapter, marked by a gradual shift from being the class clown to a participant actively engaged in improv games. The fear of being noticed and the self-consciousness slowly dissipate, replaced by a growing confidence in their comedic abilities. The camaraderie built through improv games and the recognition of their humor by peers lay the foundation for the author's future endeavors. The narrative unfolds as Mr. Rivera recognizes the author's comedic talent and encourages them to participate in a school talent show. The author's reluctance gives way to a successful performance that wins the talent show, albeit with a gentle admonishment from the vice principal about the choice of material. This experience becomes a stepping stone, reinforcing the author's belief in their comedic potential. The vice principal's encouragement leads to discussions about attending an acting school in Los Angeles, a prospect that excites the author. However, familial challenges, including financial constraints and conflicting priorities, force the shelving of this dream. Despite the setback, the author acknowledges the impact of Mr. Rivera and the vice principal in shaping their confidence and instilling a sense of purpose. The narrative weaves back to the present as the author reflects on the enduring influence of mentors during crucial high school years. The acknowledgement and gratitude toward Mr. Rivera and the vice principal serve as a testament to the lasting impact educators and mentors can have on a student's life. The author recognizes that without their guidance, encouragement, and belief in their potential, they might not have pursued their true calling in stand-up comedy. The story takes a poignant turn as the author reflects on the importance of mentors and educators in shaping their trajectory. The enduring influence of Mr. Rivera and the vice principal is evident in the author's journey, emphasizing the lasting impact of positive mentorship during crucial formative years. The narrative serves as a tribute to the educators who recognized and nurtured the author's talent, setting them on a path of self-discovery and success. In conclusion, the author's journey from wrestling to stand-up comedy is a multifaceted tale of resilience, self-discovery, and the profound impact of mentors. The narrative traverses the challenges of transitioning from a familiar television persona to the unpredictable world of live comedy. It celebrates the transformative power of comedy, the connection with the audience, and the enduring influence of mentors who recognize and nurture talent during crucial formative years.